in 2020, after the clashes in the Galwan Valley, India announced that 20 soldiers were killed in action. But China refused to admit losing men. Beijing now says 4 soldiers were killed, but the real number is much higher. A new investigative report claims that 38 Chinese soldiers died in Galwan Valley. Our next report telling you more.
June 15, 2020. A brawl in the Himalayas. Better known as the Galwan Valley face-off. India immediately acknowledged casualties. 20 soldiers were killed in action. What about China? Absolute silence. It took more than 6 months for the Chinese to admit they lost men. Even then, they downplayed it. Beijing says 4 PLA soldiers were killed in action. A new report says 38 were killed. This is the report we are talking about. It was published by an Australian website, The Klaxon. How did they arrive at this number? Through a year-long investigation. Information was collected from multiple sources. Chinese bloggers, military experts, deleted media reports. All of them pointed to the same thing, a massive cover-up. So what exactly happened in the Galwan Valley? Here's what the report says. The disagreement began over a bridge made by the Indian Army. A temporary bridge over the Galwan River. It was built to monitor the PLA's activities. But China objected. On June 6th, 80 PLA soldiers came to dismantle the bridge. 100 Indian troops assembled to defend it. Discussions followed. Both sides agreed to pull back and remove all constructions. China, being China, did not keep its word. Instead of removing its own facilities, the PLA dismantled the India-built bridge. Days later, the Indian soldiers returned. The date is June 15th, the day of the brawl. 150 PLA soldiers assembled under their commander, Chi Fabao. This time, China did not want talks. The report says Chi organized his soldiers into battle formation. A fight followed. When Chi attacked, he was surrounded by Indian soldiers. He sustained a head injury and was rushed back. With defeat imminent, his fellow soldiers fled. By this time, night fell. The Chinese soldiers tried to cross the icy Galwan River in pitch darkness, but they kept slipping. At least 38 PLA soldiers were washed away. Their bodies were taken to the Shikwanhe Martyr Cemetery. But the whole thing was hushed up. The state media channels ignored it, and the few who covered it were asked to delete their reports. The propaganda was complete. The death of 38 soldiers became a footnote in China. India, though, honored its martyrs. Their names have been inscribed on the National War Memorial. In Ladakh, a special monument was built for them. This new report reveals what we already knew. Its details may not be verified, but the conclusion is indisputable. Dozens of PLA soldiers did die in the chilly heights of the Galwan Valley. And to this day, China refuses to honor them. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.